Hi, it's Christy, and I'm here to talk to you about my shoebox journey. I'm hoping you'll share in the comments below your shoebox journey too. But I think that when we're packing shoeboxes and we're doing it year after year after year, we change and we grow, and I think that's a good thing. And I want to share with you just a few things that I have done, that I have changed since I started packing shoeboxes, which was a long time ago when my children were small, which is a great time to start packing shoeboxes when your children are young and they're picking out items to send to children around the world. It's an opportunity to really a teaching moment to tell them about people around the world that haven't heard about Jesus before. And that's what I love about Operation Christmas Child. It gives us the opportunity to share the gospel, but also to talk to our children about it. So when I first started packing boxes for Operation Christmas Child, you read the brochure. Basically, you just go by the brochure. And there wasn't videos like this to learn any packing tips or anything like that. You just went by the brochure, which I think still a lot of people do. And so you look at the first part, it says a wow item. So this is one area where I have really grown. So when you're first packing shoeboxes, you look at a shoebox and the size of it is daunting. You think you can't get very much in there. And so when you're thinking about putting a wow item in, you think small. But on the contrary, in my shoebox journey, I have learned to think big, and you can get a lot in a shoebox. If you haven't watched my other videos, you could just, I can testify that if you watch them, you're going to be amazed that I get so much in, and thankfully, a lot of you get a lot in too, and so we are sending a lot of things over in our shoeboxes, not just a little. So here's some example of some wow items that are really exciting, and we like exciting wow items because then it gets the child excited, and there's these endorphins, and then they hear about Jesus at the same time, and there's a higher chance that they'll receive Jesus as Lord because they're feeling the love of God when they open their box, because the wow item right on top really jumps out at them. So here are some examples of some wow items. This is a soccer ball. I mean, look at how big and colorful it is. And it's gonna fold up really nicely to go in a shoebox right on top. And it's gonna include also a pump with it and extra needles. And it's gonna be really exciting and wow for a child. It's not at all what I would have sent when I was first packing shoe boxes. And so I'm very excited now to have made this switch. Here's some more examples of big wow items. Dolls, big dolls, cute dolls, squishy dolls that can fit inside a shoebox that you might not think it would be able to fit, but it does squish down, and you can fold the legs to fit like this, and it's a great idea to include in a shoebox, a wow item that really gives a wow feeling for the child. Another too big plush, great for packing in a shoebox right on top so the child feels the love of God right when they open their lid. So that was my first thing, really recent. I would say in the past 3 years only have I been packing great wow items. In the past, I just did not think big enough. I really didn't think that much could fit in a shoebox, so everything I bought was small. Okay, so number 2 is I've changed the size of my shoe boxes. Now, for a long time, I used regular shoe boxes and especially boot boxes. I loved boot boxes because you could fit so much into a boot box. But then I realized that the more shoe boxes I send, the better. And these size shoe boxes fit in the cartons that they have really well. So either these or the cardboard boxes are the ones I use now, and they're just about the same size, and I feel like that was a big transformation for me. So really about 3 years ago was when I switched to these size boxes, the Operation Christmas Child boxes, and also when I switched to the big wow items. So those are two big changes in my shoebox journey. And then since then, I have some notes here that I'll share with you. I narrowed down what I include. I wanted to rule out anything that was potentially scary for a child. That's the last thing I wanted, is for a child to pull out something and be scared of it. So I looked into cultural potential things that could be potentially scary in other cultures. And one thing I found out this year, I don't know if you know who Yves Dushman is, but he was in the processing center with my friend Christine, and there was a jack-o'-lantern in one of the shoe boxes, and he said no to the jack-o'-lantern, take that out, because he warned that witch doctors would use those kinds of things. So I don't get any more, like this is just the past 2.5 years probably, that I don't include any fantasy items, because specifically a lot of cultures with witch doctors, those are going to be scary to a child. So nothing scary, trolls, monsters, unicorns. The last thing we want to do with our children with our boxes is scare them. Even some children are scared of emergency vehicles. Imagine the children in other cultures who have been caught up in, just violence, and just having scary vehicles in their shoebox might not be good for them. So that's one of the things that has helped me narrow it down, and I don't have so many of those things or any of those things in my shoeboxes anymore. Also, a couple more things real quickly. I avoid scantily clad Barbies, so think modest when you're buying your dolls. And also no play food. I don't want to include, that was 3 years ago. I can tell you I included a tea set, maybe 4 years ago, with my shoe boxes. And I loved that idea. It was so cute. But I was thinking of my own daughters and what they would like instead of a child far away that might be food deprived. And now I realize that wasn't a good thing to send, and I'm not sending tea sets or play food anymore. And then the last thing, it's kind of minor, but we're not really focusing on themes as much this year. It's not that we're not sending any coordinated things, but the most important thing is sending the items that are fun and quality, useful, colorful, soft textures, and a personal note. Part of the reason is because I was spending extra money to send or to purchase the themed items, and right now with the economy, there's just no reason to do that. I need to spend less money and get more items that I can use for the shoe boxes. So again, all of us are learning. We're on a shoebox journey. Our focus together is to build God's kingdom. We're all following Jesus' call to share the gospel. And this isn't about right or wrong. It's about blessing the children, loving the Lord, and growing together as a community. Let's pray. Each child will receive Jesus as Lord. Each child will receive Jesus as Lord and start a chain reaction within their family and their village, telling everyone they know about Jesus until the whole village declares Jesus as Lord. If you want to know more about Eve, we have the OCC videos on blessingsinashoebox.com. I encourage you to look there. The website's really updated. There's some deals there listed, but the OCC videos are awesome. His testimony is amazing, and I know that you will be blessed. So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. God bless you, and bye for now.